Hi, this is George Swift from Bigger Bite to Bolder Mindset for Success. Today I want to talk about one aspect of stress in our businesses. Now typically, if you're like any other entrepreneur that I know, you are living on various degrees of stress most of the time, and it's something that most of us just accept as part of the course that goes with being an entrepreneur or a business owner. The truth of the matter is we don't have to accept stress, and we don't want to accept stress. Stress is a threat response. And it's a threat response for immediate physical threat. So unless something is literally about to physically harm you, it's not the best response to have, and it's not the one you want to have. Stress, I say, typically is the fight or flight response. Most of us, we've learnt to sometimes hide from certain things. So we do the flight response, and we might hide from our bank managers, we might hide from our customers that are causing us problems, or we might even hide from our own bank balance, for example. However, a lot of us have learned to attack, okay, the fight response. And how that shows up in our business is typically the do more, do faster, do harder response, okay? In the wild, this worked perfectly well. When we were caveman and before that, it was brilliant, because what we did, of course, if we didn't have enough food that day, we would hunt faster, we would hunt harder, we would hunt some more. If we became, or when we became farmers, same thing. You know, if we hadn't done enough work to tend that farm for the day, stress kicked in, do more, do faster, do harder. Works brilliantly. However, how many of your problems today can be solved today? None, very few. What happens, of course, is we tend to repeat cycles of stress and problems because we do what we need to do to solve the problem today. It doesn't solve the main issue, so the problem is there to be solved again tomorrow. So we go into stress, into stress, into stress, into stress. The truth of the matter is, there's a much better response. It's the creative response. It evolved much, much later, and this is the do different response, and this is where you're going to actually solve your problems, or certainly most of your problems. So if you're like any entrepreneur I know, you're already working really, really hard. So doing more, faster and harder isn't typically a good answer, okay? It can make a lot more work for us, a lot more stress, it can tire us out, burn us out and everything else. The do different response, however, gets behind the real problems which are causing our day-to-day stresses and problems that are needing us to keep doing more, faster and harder, and it's coming up with creative solutions. So I've got my entrepreneurs next door, and we're going to be looking at creatively problem solving those issues in our life that are typically causing us to have stress, pain, discomfort, and trying to solve them in a creative way. The way we do that is we step out of the stress response, we go into the creative response and find new ways, or what I keep saying, better ways of getting better results. We can't, however, be creative and be stressed. So typically, I always make these sessions fun, we have a laugh, and also we're very, very relaxed and everything else, because of course we can't be creative whilst also being stressed. It literally shuts that part of our brain down. So stop doing more, faster, harder, and start looking at doing different. That's where you're going to find your best solutions to your problems and your issues in your business and in your life for that matter. Until next time, be successful.